Howdy folks, Mike Slomo Brenner here for Industrial Guitars. Thank you for tuning in to the second installment of Lapsteel as a Second Language. Thank you so much for watching. Hope your practicing is going well. We're going to spend a quick lesson on chords. Like I explained in the previous installment, we have a G major tuning here, which is a very nice tuning. It sounds great. It's a plain major chord. It's super strong. But then after a while, you want to add some other intervals in to maybe spice up your chords here and there. And that can be hard on an open tuning when you essentially only have one finger. So this lesson concentrates on using some of the open strings to make your chords a little more interesting. I think the other advantage of practicing chords utilizing some open strings is it will help you with your tuning, because you want your barred strings, or the barred part of the chord, to be in tune with what I assume is the in-tune static note, or your open string. Okay, so this will help with your ear tuning a little bit. Let's start on the 5th fret at the C chord. Your bar should cover all 6 strings, okay? So there's your 2 major triads sitting right on top of each other. And now what I want you to do is back your bar off back towards you and leave the top string open. So now you have you're fretting strings 6 through 2, and your top string, string 1, is open. You have an open D. Now let's listen to the C chord now. Has a nice open sound. The D at the top of that chord functions as a 9th. So now all of a sudden you have a C9 chord. Some sort of lick or musical figure could go back and forth. And that opens up your, kind of opens up your tonal palette a little bit. Let's move up to the 7th fret. Actually, stay on the 5th fret. With the top open string, you have a C9. If we back it off one more, so now we're fretting strings 6 through 4, and our top 2 strings are open, our D and our open B. Now strum across all 6 strings. So now the open B functions as a flat 7. Major 7. So there you have a C major 7. If you play that open string at the top that we said is a 9th, you have a C major 7/9. Kind of a jazzier sound. And again, you can kind of utilize both the closed chord C, all C chords, but maybe they fit into a song or a musical section. Now let's go up to the 7th fret. Let's fret all 6 strings at the 7th fret. You have that's a D major chord, right? 2 frets up from the C. If we do the same exact thing and back our bar off and leave the top string open, so now we have an open D on the top of a D chord. You're not getting any extra interval, but you are getting a nice ringy sound with the extra root at the top. I'm just picking notes from the chords. From the chord and alternating with the open D without pick blocking. If we do the same thing that we did on the C chord and bring it back to one more string, leaving the top 2 strings open again on the D. The B is our 6th now, and the top again is our root. So we have a nice D6 chord. 1 fret up to the E flat fret, which is 8. Play all 6 strings fretted or barred. There's your E flat. Leave that top string off again, open D. It's a really nice E flat major 7 chord. one fret up to the E fret. This is 9th fret. All 6 strings barred. E major chord. Here's a chord I use a lot. If we back off 1 string, we have an open D at the top. There's a flat 7. Super useful in an E blues type transition. Let's alternate. Has a really nice sound to it. 1 fret up to the F at your 10th fret. Leave that D string off. That's an F6. Here's where it gets interesting. If instead of putting the F at the bottom, if we put a D at the bottom and played that same figure, I'll kind of approximate it here. Then instead of an F6, we have a D minor. If I fret that top note at the, instead of leaving it open, then we have a D minor 7 chord. So I don't want to open up this discussion too much, but see if you can get hip to the fact that the dyad, or 2 strings, 2nd and 3rd strings, if you're playing a major chord, that can be an F major dyad, but 3 frets back to the D, you have a dyad for a D minor chord. So experiment with that. The last chord I want to mess with for a second, back down to the A fret, 2nd fret, cover bar all 6 strings, A major, 1 string up open at the top, A sus. The D is your 4th interval, so that creates an A sus chord. Another string open, your B string open, A9 with a sus at the top. Now let's just strum the bottom 4 strings of the A chord, strings 6, 5, 4, and 3. Now we're not going to play the top 2 strings. Just back off your 3rd string. There's a flat 7 again for the A chord, because that's your open G. Okay, I'm going to riff from E to A on these open string ideas. I'm going to send you off for that. Good luck practicing. Experiment all over the neck and see what open strings sound great with that chord or not. And here's an E to A groove. Thank you for tuning in. It's Mike Slomo Brenner for Industrial Guitars. I hope to see you for installment 3.